start painting, I wanted to make sure that we went over some things. This is your paint palette. Your paint palette shows all your colors. You have black, red, orange, yellow, green, blue. This should be violet, and then you have brown. Unless they changed it up, we'll have to check it out and see. But black and violet can look a lot alike, so be very careful. Test it on your test swatch before you use it for painting. Previously in class, we would normally use an eyedropper to get our paints wet. And just to review from your notes, after these paints are wet, you need to keep them open so they can dry. And we're only going to activate the 3 colors that we're using to prevent from making a muddy mess. Also, keep in mind that you don't want to put too much water in your paint palette because you don't want to waste your paint. You want to keep it nice and clean. So with that being said, up here in my tray, I'm going to add water for where I'm mixing out my colors. So today I'm only doing red, yellow, and blue. And I'm only mixing my tray to have water with those colors to make it diluted for my tints, because tints, when we add white, our paper is white, so our water will give us the tinting. Our actual color itself will be colored. When it's all said and done today, we are going to take our paper towel, dry this out very carefully, or if you don't have paper towel, that's fine too. Let it dry. Then once your palette is completely dry, carefully rinse this part off in the sink. Don't get this wet. Okay? So, again, we're going to use our red, our yellow, and our blue today. We're only activating those colors, and we're only activating them as we use them. Oh, and for water cups, I'm using yogurt cups. You can use a tin can, you can use a cup, anything that you want. And parents, I'm sorry, but we have to paint, and to paint, we can wash them out. It's not going to hurt anything. So kids, when you're done, make sure you wash it out. So I always just pour about a little bit of water in the bottom of each to prevent from spilling. And when I'm taking my paint with my water, because we don't have eyedroppers today, we're going to actually take the paintbrush, get it all really wet, and you're going to take and you're going to disperse the water down in. So we're going to drip the water down in. See how I'm getting it to drip the water down in. Okay, once I have a good amount of water, I'm going to stir the paint up. This is activating the paint. And once I have the paint activating, I can bring my paint over here where I can now, say there's that ledge, I can mix it with water. This is my dirty water cup now. I just designated that because I put my brush in there. Taking my paintbrush, I'm going to drip water over here to help it make a tint of red. And a tint of red means that it's going to look pink. Okay, so now that I mix it all together, like my notes had said, my waterways are going to be where I make my tintings of red. So I'm going to take my red, and that's going to be this area here. So this is going to become a tint. So I'm going to very carefully paint it out. Anywhere that there's water, there will be a tint. Okay, I'm going to clean my brush back out. I'm going to come actually grab my real red from here, and I'm going to very carefully, so it doesn't run everywhere, I'm going to come and I'm going to paint. We wanted to avoid that run. I'm going to paint my landmass. I'm going to take my paper towel and I'm going to blot where I ran. Tissue, toilet paper, actual towel, it will stain, so don't use a towel Mom loves, will help. Alright, so now I have my pure color, I have my tint of red, and then when I come out here to do my tones and shades later when it's dry, ready to let my paintings sit somewhere safe to dry. So with that being said, I wanted to talk to you about a couple things. So my plans changed a slight little bit. The blue came out really bright. Notice how at the end there was less water in the palette and the blue came out really, really bright. That's fine, that works for me. I'm gonna make that into where my tone is gonna be, and I'm gonna work all that out into my tints, tones, and shades. So right now with my colors, I have tints showing up in my water, in the water of the color, and where the land mass is or the hand, I have the pure color. And now I'm ready to stop. I'm gonna put this into a picture, put it in my art journal. And then I'm ready to be done for today. Tomorrow, we are going to paint our orange, our green, and our violet in the same way that we did this. And then we'll move forward from there. So go ahead and leave your palette open, clean out your brush, clean out your water cups, wash them, wash your area up, and make sure that you don't leave a mess.